Yes, so to the ones out there following my channel, sorry for the last video and sorry for it being so late and not any kind of value in that video, but just to show my progress. As you can see, I have finished out removing the old oil cooler from the front, and I've just finished up putting or installing this oil cooler. As I talked about in the last video, I was going to figure out the handlebar situation, and I have mounted the handlebar, and I went for a pro tape, and have used this brake master from an BMW 800 ST, and then I bought what's called domino throttle, and the first one I bought was not working for me because it just had a bend around here, and every time I tried to pull the throttle, it will get stuck. So what I did was ordered a new one with a wheel. So now it just runs really smooth, and I can really recommend to use the throttles with a wheel inside to make the throttle more smooth. I had some problems with the cable not being the right length, so I had to customize that. Yeah, and as you can see on the other side, I had chosen to go with the stock clutch lever because I bought it the 800 ST clutch lever, but it's not gonna work for me because this cable is very special. So I had to figure out a way to make that cable work with the other lever, and then I had to find out a way to get the choke to work somewhere else. So for now I'm just gonna use this lever, and then I'm gonna figure out if I want another lever or I'm gonna get a hydraulic clutch instead. But at first I would like to finish this project, and then I can make some changes if I like. I also found out that I need this cover on this clutch because it will look ugly with just a hole in here. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna cover up these holes with some fiberglass, and then I'm gonna buy some separate M buttons from Motogadget and install them in this area, so it's gonna look pretty much stock. So let me show you some other things I've done. As you can see, I have made or bought a new headlight again, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna run with this headlight. It's pretty bright and makes a okay pattern when it lights up, but it's for sure not the best light in the world. So to start with, I'm just gonna run with this one to make some progress, and then I have installed my new board indicators, and I choose to run with the company that's called Highsider. And I can just say these indicators is extremely bright and in a really nice finish, and they wasn't that expensive, so I recommend their products. And I'm also gonna install a brake light from them later. But other than this headlight mount and headlight, I have just for the fun installed the shock protectors, and I'm now starting to making the wiring on the motorcycle, so let's take a look at that. Yeah, so I pull off the tank and the seat, and you can see I'm about to install my motogadget wiring, and right now I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna run the wires and stuff like that, because I would like to make all the wire connections and figure out how I'm gonna run this motogadget with this stock wiring on the BMW. And what I figured out is that I'm gonna make the motogadget run all the lights, the ignition, or like tell the bike that it should turn on, and the what's called starter button. So what I did was that I found the wiring, or the wire, on the ignition key that turns on the bike's ignition. The rest of the wires I'm not gonna need, so I can just remove those. And then I wired it up so when I turn this one on, it's gonna run the fuel pump, and it's gonna turn on the ignition, so you can hear. And then we get the starter light on the headlight, and I can hear the relays in the motorcycle starting up. So what I'm gonna do for the next video is I'm gonna try to work on this wiring and hopefully get it to work so I can fire up the motorcycle via the motogadget. So for you who want to see the lights, right now I'm just running the daytime running lights, and it's just a LED in the bottom and a LED in the top. So if I turn on the low beam, it's gonna be like this, and it turns off the DL, and then I can turn on the high beam. And if we look in the dark, it looks like this. So okay pattern. And the smart thing with motogadget is just one button does everything. So if I tap, it turns down to low beam. If I tap and hold for a second, high beam. If I hold for a couple of seconds, it's gonna shut off, and then it's just gonna run with the DIL. So that is everything for this video. I hope you will like it, and I hope to make some new contents very soon.
Yeah. Just said.
Cooking soul.
You already know what it is. Tell them niggas was him, bro. Yeah.
And I swear to keep it cool like my summers was. Now my